Hey everybody, it's Dr. Detroit here, the doctor is in, and welcome back to our NASCAR Xfinity Series full season playthrough. Today, it is race number 13 of the 31 race calendar, and we're heading to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Penzoil 150 at the Brickyard. That's right, we're doing the road course for this one. Now, we got quite a bit of housekeeping to do, so let's do that really quick. In the last race that we raced, which was right here at Pocono, you guys know that we DNF'd because the car was just not handling at all, and there was just no way that we could get back on the lead lap. So sadly, we had a very rough race at Pocono. But now here we are, and we didn't really lose too much of the point standings. In fact, you can see here that we didn't lose too many points to Brennan Jones. In fact, Brennan Jones and Harrison Burton all had some issues. In fact, you can see currently in the regular season standings, notice how Austin Cindric and Michael Annett are tied right now. If that was supposed to be a tiebreaker for the end of the year, Michael Annett would probably get it because he has 2 stage victories over Austin Cindric. And you can see the rest of the field here. You can see that Riley Herbst is down there in 10th with just the 1 victory. Currently in the playoff standings, we still hold the top spot with Harrison Burton second. He and Chase Briscoe are tied right now, and then you have a three-way tie between Jones, Allgaier, and Herbst. And then down here, for the final spot in, as you can see, Anthony Alfredo still hangs on to it by a thread. You can see that Justin Haley, Ray Black Jr., Daniel Hemrick, and Alex LeBay are all within striking distance. And look at Josh Williams, too, who got the playoff victory at Talladega, which is kind of cool. And that's the other thing too, is that we won at Talladega, and we also finished 7th at Homestead. So now we come here. Alright, so a few things that I need to say. First things first, for this race and Road America, which will be coming up in a couple of videos, we're going to remove the stages. That's right, so that means from start to finish there will be no stage breaks whatsoever. We're only doing this for the Roval, and when we get to Road America, which will be right here. So that'll be in about 5 races time. Because after we're done here at the Roval, it'll be off to Kentucky to do a 2-night stay, or a doubleheader, which would be the Alsco 300 and the Visit Myrtle Beach 300. Then it'll be off to Texas for the My Bariatric Solutions 300. And then we're going to head back to Kansas, actually for the first time to Kansas, for the Kansas Lottery 300. So we have a nice little string of 1.5 mile tracks that are going to be a lot of fun. And you can see that they're going to be really long too. I mean, that's like 400 laps of racing right there before we get to Road America, and then we'll head back to Daytona for we'll give that race a new name because we already raced that race at the beginning of the year. So anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let me go get this car qualified, and we'll get this going momentarily. So we qualified in the 12th position for this race, but you're never going to believe who's on pole. Ray Black Jr. is on the pole for the road course. Oh my goodness. Now, what's going to happen in terms of pit stops? Well, we might have to do at least 1 pit stop in this race, but I'm not 100% sure. Because we're not using stage breaks, this will put some pit strategy into our hands. But 31 laps will make up the running. It doesn't sound like a lot, but these lap times you can see there, they click off at 1:30 to 1:32. So we'll see how this goes and see if we can nab a road course win. I definitely feel pretty confident with this car, and thanks to our IndyCar experience, which unfortunately the IndyCar race didn't go quite the way that we had hoped, we should be able to put this thing in victory lane, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get right into the race. Let's see some of the stories that the race will be following. Austin Hill has had a pretty decent weekend. There's the pole sitter Ray Black Jr. in the 07 car. And Jeff Green failed technical inspection, so he will start at the back of the field. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do here in the Penzoil 150. Going down the back straightaway. Here we go, onto the front stretch. Here we go, the Penzoil 150 is green at the Brickyard.
Left side, left side.
Oh, look at this. We're making huge headway here as we now race it down in the turn number 1. Be very careful here, whoa boy.
Car left.
Make our way through the next few corners. We are now all the way up into second place because take a look at the way the cars are running as... Oh, Allgaier spun.
Yellow flag.
That's a big hit. So there's the first caution of the day. And you can see right there that we will definitely need to make a fuel stop at some point because we can only go 17 laps on a tank of fuel. But this will put us now in second place right next to Ray Black Jr. So here we go. Let's try this again. See if we can get some green flag racing here. And here we go. It's the restart.
All right, let's go. Car left.
So we got 28 laps to go. We got off to a way better launch than Ray Black Jr. So now here we go. Turn 1, this is where everybody gets a little bit messed up, but thankfully though, we can get through here just fine. Flip it into second gear. We get through turns 2 and 3 right through here. A nice little short shoot where there you gotta hit the brake in the turn 4. Now here's the bus stop chicane. Well, sort of a bus stop, but it's actually more of a chicane. Oh yes, I forgot to mention. So, if the game detects that we... And this is what I really hate about this. If the game detects that we cut the course, it will bring our car to a full stop. So that's exactly what just happened. So now we're going to have to try and work our way back up, but that's fine, because we still... Whoa! Really now? Car just got wicked loose there. Either that or I'm not even supposed to win this. Ay, ay, ay. Car's just all over the place. So now we're back to 9th. And Ray Black Jr. continues to lead now. See if we can get up here with these guys as they are getting very racy right there. Brennan Jones trying to make a move on our inside, or actually on our right-hand side. Can't get it done. God, everybody is parking the bus again, just like they were in the IndyCar race. I'm starting to think that...
Excellent lap. Good job.
I'm starting to think that some of these AI just don't know how to run here at these road courses. But we're using a modified version. We're actually using what was at one time an F1 course. Just a couple of different changes over the years. Now moved past Harrison Burton for the 8th position. All right, now let's try and make sure that we don't cut the course here again. Because for some reason we went right there and then it just didn't like it. So the Indianapolis Roval has been on the calendar for the Xfinity and the Cup Series now for at least a couple of years. Some fans don't like it because they would much rather be on the oval. But this is also fun too because it also allows for NASCAR and IndyCar to coexist in the same weekend, which is pretty neat. We're now going to make the move on Justin Allgaier, go underneath him. Or not Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley. What's up in the 7th?
All clear.
Now I see that Austin Cindric has taken over the race lead. So good to see him up there.
Left side, left side.
And boy, I think he kind of wishes that we had stages. Chase Briscoe and Daniel Hemrick are getting really racy with each other. Good lord. But that allows us to get up next to them. We make our way through the final corner and back up here onto the front stretch. If you guys saw the IndyCar race that we did, you'll know that we were actually turning laps a lot quicker than what we are right now. And it was also, you know, a little bit more fun because obviously these guys are not quite parking the bus. As we now make the move on Daniel Hemrick, that's for 6. Ooh, not quite. There we go.
Stay to your right. All clear.
And yes, I am doing my own shifting and my own everything, so that's why you can actually hear the paddles shifting, because that's what I'm doing. So put us up in the 6th position. So we continue to race here, and we'll have once we get past Chase Briscoe, then we'll have a long time before we get up to Noah Gragson. Wow, Daniel Hemrick really tried to stick his nose in there, but couldn't get it done. Oops, into Chase Briscoe we go. Oh, Chase Briscoe's really throwing his weight around here. Come on, boy, easy.
Careful, still there.
So now we're stuck out here on the outside. Here comes Daniel Hemrick to the inside. Will he get us coming into this corner? He's gonna think better of it. Right down the bottom, and he pushes us wide. He goes wide.
Car left. Right side.
Oh, look at this. We're mixing it up back here. Good lord. So I don't know really what has gotten into Daniel Hemrick back there, but man, he really just thought that he could just shove us off like that. We now got 25 laps remaining in this race. But if you notice, nobody's really getting away from us because we actually are pretty good with the road courses. And thanks to my F1 skills and thanks to my IndyCar skills that I acquired in the last race, this is actually going a lot better than I expected it. Let's see if we can do away here with Chase Briscoe, because I really feel like he's gonna screw me over. We have the better line. We'll get through there. So now crack us back into the top 5. Down the long back straightaway we go. Ooh, Noah Gragson getting into the pole sitter there, Ray Black Jr. Boy, these guys are really beating and banging on each other here. In fact, at the time of recording this, the following week, IndyCar will be racing here in real life. So, if you guys get to check that out, you know, do so. As now we go underneath. We're gonna try and go underneath Ray Black Jr. We run wide a little bit, pushing him off. Sorry about that, mate. But now put us up into the 4th position, and now we can continue our hunt to try and catch up to Austin Cindric. This is definitely fitting into Cindric's wheelhouse because Cindric is actually really good when it comes to these road courses. We now have 24 laps to go. Whoa, car is really loose. What I may need to do is I may need to tighten the thing up just a little bit, because it is a little bit butt happy, and it's a little loosey-goosey in the back. Had to blip it down there in the 2nd gear just to make sure that the engine didn't bog down too much. But now you can see that Justin Allgaier and Noah Gragson are ahead of us. This is Noah Gragson here in the number 9 machine. Let's see if we can let's see if we can get past him. Should be able to, ooh boy, bump into him. Uh-oh, right into us again.
Careful, still there.
Looks like we're gonna be back underneath, or we could do a little crossover here. Follow him into the corner. See if we can lunge it up to the inside of him. We touch the grass.
Still there.
And put us up into the 3rd position. Now we have to chase down Justin Allgaier and Austin Cindric. Now that we got some clear traffic ahead, or I mean a clear track ahead of us, we should be okay. We should be pretty good. I'm not sure why the scoring pylon is not showing anything. It's kind of weird. And of course, you know, these cars are a little trickier, to slow down because they're much heavier than a regular Indy car. Plus, we'll get to see how well we're doing up against Allgaier and Cindric. Whoa, I overcooked it. I overcooked it big time. Not what I meant to do because I missed my braking point. So now we got to get past Noah Gregson because I missed my braking zones. I'm so used to actually seeing the benchmarks and stuff. You can see that our tires are doing okay, and you can see we only got like 9 laps of fuel remaining. So we need to start thinking about pit stops coming up here pretty soon. See if we can get back underneath Noah Gregson, give him a little bump. And now put us into the 3rd position, maybe? Oh, he's coming up quick on the low side. He's going to get it there. We'll stay in behind him. You can see that he's actually taking off big time. Just like in the IndyCar race, we're better in the turns than we are in terms of straight line speed.
Stay to your right.
Ooh. Oh, are you joking? Are you literally joking?
Left side.
Oh
left
my
side.
gosh.
All clear.
We only clipped it like once. Oh, well, that may have screwed us over. That may have screwed us up big time. I know it's still kind of early, but come on, game. Just because we've been touching that curb all race long, and you decide to give us a penalty for it? Good God. So now we have to see if we can catch back up to him, which we should be able to. I mean, we are a fast car right now. If only this thing would just be a little bit tighter, I think we'll be okay. Looks like we got 1 car out of the race. Not sure who that is. There we go, nice and easy.
Yellow flag.
Oh, a yellow flag, and nobody's coming to pit road just yet. Alright, well this yellow flag was definitely needed. Still not quite in our field window yet, so we'll advance to the restart for everybody else. Alright, this is going to help us out. Let's see if we can bonsai these guys and try and take the race lead. Restart with about 21 laps to go, I believe. Let's see. No, it's 18 laps to go. Here we go. Right underneath Allgaier, right underneath Austin Cindric. Oh, we got a great launch. Now we go into turn 1. Don't screw this up. Yeah, baby. So put us back into the race lead here at the Indianapolis Roval. Of course, we'll have to decide on pit stops here. Let's keep an eye out on this. I will actually put a little bit of wedge into this, but you can see our tires are starting to wear. But now we're in the race lead. We only have about 7 laps of fuel remaining. Let's not overcook this turn like we did last time. In fact, I'm going to leave that tire thingy up there for just a little bit so you guys can see the effects of the heat that gets into these tires. Which right now is not too much because the tires are actually getting a little bit of a break in some of these areas.
Right side, right side.
Whoa!
Clear
I didn't
right.
see Austin Cindric come up right behind me. Good grief. Now we'll make our way coming out of the corner and back on the front straightaway where now we have just 6 laps of fuel remaining. And right now we will have about 17 laps to go. So what we could do is that we could pit now and see if we can undercut everybody. But here's the problem. If we had a much bigger lead, that would be okay. But in this situation, I'm not sure when everybody is going to come to pit road. Plus, you know what? If we come in too soon, what happens if we get a green light checker? We could end up being screwed. So, probably best to wait until some cars come to pit road and then come in. You can see our oil temp is also really high too. It's at 240 because, you know, you're on the gas, you're off the gas. There's really no chance for this car to cool down unless you get to like the front stretch. And even then, you're hard on the gas. Making it through the corners. Nice and easy. Only had to blip it into 4th there for just a second. Normally at this point we would have already been in 6th gear, or possibly be here in 2nd gear, just trying to get through this corner. But now we're starting to really pull away from these cars. It's hard to see exactly when they're gonna come to pit road. Oh, there's a big gap back there with 16 laps remaining. We'll see as they go by if anybody decides to come to pit road. I mean, I know that if we get another caution here at some point, then we will definitely have to come in with everybody else. But right now this car is starting to feel a little better, but you can see that we are definitely abusing the left rear and the right rear tires as well. And I'll say one thing, going back to this type of format where there was like no stages for the road courses is actually not bad. It's actually not a bad it's actually not a bad deal. Whoa boy. So yeah, we will definitely be going back to stages on the ovals, but for the other road course at Road America, we will turn the stages off. Because I know that race will be a very long one. Nice and easy through here. So far, nobody's coming to pit road just yet. Let's see if anybody does come to pit road on this lap. Because I think what's going to happen is that everybody's going to...
All right, halfway this lap.
I think what's going to end up happening is that a lot of people are going to come in without, you know, when they get down to like 0 laps of fuel left. Ooh, if that had been real life, we would have been off into the Tuies. But thank goodness we weren't. Let's bring this back up. Not that. Let's bring up this. As you can see, we got a huge gap in between a lot of these cars. That's what happens a lot on these road courses, is that you get these big gaps because some people are better at road courses or have better handling than the others. You can see that there's quite a bit of gap up there. So currently we lead the race. Austin Cindric is 2nd, Justin Allgaier 3rd, 4th is Noah Gragson, and 5th is Chase Briscoe. And Chase Briscoe was definitely throwing his weight around earlier, as you guys saw. So now, the next question is, when do we pit? When do we pit? I almost have half a mind to pit now, because then, if we get a caution at some point, then that'll also put us in a good, in good shape. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to go one more lap. We're going to go one more lap, and then see what happens. 14 laps to go. Nobody's really diving the pit road yet. Yeah, we're getting there in terms of our tires and in terms of the fuel, but we pretty much have put ourselves in a great box. We put ourselves in a very good shape. Plus, we will not go a lap down either. So that means when everybody else comes to pit road, we should cycle back to the lead, or at least that's the theory. See that Austin Cindric is slowly gaining on us a little bit because we kind of made a mistake back there. Like here again, almost went off
You're
course.
almost out of gas.
Yep, see right there. Our little indicator is showing that we are almost out of fuel. Usually don't see that when...
Caution.
Oh, and we get a caution. Alright, this is where we're going to come to pit road. Going to take 4 tires. We're going to go ahead and up the wedge a little bit. I'm also going to take some tape off. 2 cans of fuel. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and do the 2 cans of fuel. Do 4 tires. Let's see where this puts us. Puts us right to the race lead. CJ McLaughlin must have done a a no-tire strategy or something.
All right, you're coming.
But here we go. Time for the
Ready,
final part of this
ready.
race. Green
Now,
flag.
let's go.
11
All right,
laps to
you're clear.
go. This does feel like, you know, stage racing anyway. But at least, you know, the pressure of the points in terms of playoff points is a little bit different. And you can see that everybody was getting a little bit squirrely back there, but we got a really good launch. Plus, I went ahead and I opened up the thing a little bit, and right now the car is starting to feel a little better now, because since we put the new tires on, and I also took some tape off the front grille, the car is actually going to feel very good now. So let's see if we can hold them off for the next 10 laps or so. Nice and easy through there. Got through there a little bit better than some of the others. We decided to hold second gear through there, because I noticed we can actually get a little bit faster through there. So right now, no big change, but Brennan Jones is now up to 4th, which is really good for him. Not so good for us, but right now, because we are currently in the lead, we're getting the maximum amount of points. And because there's no stage points for this one, then there's really not much that he can do, except just have a good finish and keep up the heat. But Ray Black Jr. is really... I'm surprised that he's even still up there. I thought he'd be all the way in the back at this point, but obviously not.
Last 10 laps. You gotta
Here we go,
focus.
everyone. This is the final 10 laps of the race. Let's make them count, and let's make them clean. Boy, everybody just wanted to catch up right there. Let's keep an eye on Justin Allgaier, because I know that he's going to catch up. Nice and easy down the backstretch. Let's get right into here where we're going to hit the brake a little bit hard there. Get off the corner a little easy. Gotta feather the gas a little bit as well. Just couldn't really hold second gear through there. See if we can take this corner a little bit harder. Couldn't really do too much there, but there we go. Whoa! Got a little loose off of that corner. I was really hoping for a green flag pit stop, but then somebody decided to spin out, so unfortunately that didn't work. Here we come off of the corner. We'll be now heading into just 9 laps of racing to go. And I think we now have the fastest lap of the race. In fact, let's keep this statistic up and see if this next lap is going to be even faster. This is the lap info board, which we use sometimes to see who has the fastest lap or whatever, and as you can see, we have it right now. Because we're pretty good on the road courses, that's for sure. In fact, I remember in the only road course that we did in our Truck Series playthrough, which was Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, we did really well. We actually won that race. There's a big gap back there, so I'm not 100% sure what happened, or actually who got spun out, but right now we just got clear traffic ahead, and we can just keep this up. Just as long as we make no mistakes here. Yeah, there's a big gap behind Brandon Jones to Ray Black Jr., which is quite interesting. Oh boy. Come on. Going back here to the long front straightaway, we'll be coming to 8 laps to go this time by. So one thing to keep in mind, especially when it comes to, this race and especially this configuration, is that this was also the place of the infamous tire war that F1 had between Michelin and Bridgestone. You may want to Google that to find out exactly what happened there. Or you know what? I'll see if I can find a video that I can link in the comments or actually link in the description box below that explains it a bit more in detail. This S section is so easy to just mess up your line. And I've almost done that now a few times, but thankfully though we've been able to just, you know, get through and be all right. But you can see the tire marks there. That's probably there was still some rubber left over from the IndyCar race, the Firestone rubber. Because Firestone rubber and Goodyear rubber do not mix, especially when they're running on the same surface. Ooh, almost got a little messed up there. But now we're slowly...
Powers called a caution.
And Noah Gregson's got a problem. Oh boy, so this is going to be a 6-lap dash from the looks of it. No need to pit. So here we go. So Noah Gregson has screwed up his race. Let's see what we can do with this. The final 6 laps of the race, or final 5, we'll see. There's the restart.
5 to go.
5 laps to go.
All clear.
We got a great jump right there. Brandon Jones is going to try and make something happen on Justin Allgaier. Meanwhile, we will swing into the corner. Nice and easy on the rumble strips. There we go. Nice and easy line through that little chicane. Now also, because it's a road course, I'm also concentrating a little bit because this isn't like F1 or IndyCar where there's actually benchmarks that you can see on the track to actually see like where your braking points are. So I'm trying to remember where the braking points were in the IndyCar race so we can get around this place a little better. But I'm also being a little easy because I know that we can make it on fuel. That's no problem. I just want to keep an eye on my tires just in case we get a green light checker, which I don't think we will. But here we go, coming out of the corner. We're coming back around to about 4 laps to go here at the Indianapolis Roval. This could be huge because this could be win number 6 for us if we play the cards right. And if we can keep this lead ahead of Justin Allgaier. Oh, wow. Still got a little loosey-goosey there. The car is also pushing a little bit too, but not so bad. So far, Allgaier is still about 2.2 seconds ahead of us, behind us. So right now, he's not really gaining on us, but let's keep an eye on that. Because right now, he is gaining, but you can see that we're getting through these turns a little bit better than he is. Yeah, right here is where we are the strongest, here in Sector 3. Which is interesting because in the IndyCar race, this was our weakest sector. Which was kind of weird. But, you know, this place is definitely really cool. I really love racing here in Indianapolis. Maybe what I'll do is that maybe I might recreate an Indy 500 or something. Who knows? Coming back around to the start-finish line, we'll now have 3 to go.
Yellow flag.
Oh, and a caution! Again. Well, that means we're going into overtime, and it looks like it's Colby Howard that had the issue, and Brennan Brown was the one that unfortunately fell out of the race. So here we go. It's overtime. So let's see what happens here.
Coming to the green.
Here's our first attempt
Ready.
at overtime. Green
Down,
flag.
let's go. All right, I need 2 more good laps from you. All clear.
We got off to a great jump right there on these guys. Now here we go to turn 1 and 2. Nice and easy through here. Don't make any mistakes. Don't make any mistakes. Just get through here nice and easy. There we go. Now, here comes the next part. Once we get her back around the start-finish line, when we take the white flag, the next flag will end the race. And I'll tell you, we've been a very dominant car here at the Indianapolis Roval. We won't be able to take this car with us. We won't be able to take this car with us. But we'll see what happens when we get over to Road America. I messed up a little bit there. But here we go. We're coming around. Oh no! Oh, the cars just stopped. The AI literally just stopped as soon as we hit that. Anyway, we're coming to the white flag presented by Ally Bank.
White flag.
Oh, but look at
next
Justin
time by.
Allgaier. He is right there behind us. Look at this. All because we made that one little error, but the AI didn't even know what to do. They didn't even go around or anything. I thought this was going to happen, but I guess the AI decided to just stop right there. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen the AI do. But anyway, this is the white flag lap right now. Let's just be really careful here and try to bring this car home in one piece. And it looks like we'll be able to. Final time through the bus stop. Nice through the corners. I get through the chicane right here, but I'll tell you one thing, this was a really fun race. Short, but it was definitely a lot of fun. And with it being the first of 2 road course races in this season, it is absolutely amazing that we are about to add win number 6 to our win column. So here we go, we're coming out of the final chicane. Nice and easy through here, don't mess it up. Coming out of the final corner, we will win the Penzoil 150 at the Brickyard and mark our first ever road course win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Go get the checkered flag.
Yes!
It's yours.
Awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, now, we have a slight issue here. So, this is Indianapolis, right? Well, Indianapolis seems to have a very rough time when cars like this do burnouts on the yard of bricks. So instead, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be like Mater for a second. We're gonna back our way all the way up here to pit road entrance, which is pit road exit during the 500. Let's get right up here. Okay, now let's go ahead and strike a match and burn it down. There we go. Come on, baby. There we go. See? We're not doing it on the yard of bricks. We're doing it right down here on the infield. There we go. Okay, easy on the engine there, buddy. In fact, I think we killed it. I think we killed the motor. Oh well, we don't need that anymore anyway. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I mean, just look at us here. We started way back in the 12th position, but we moved up really fast. Look at all us trying to filter through. Now, what happened here to Allgaier on that lap? Oh, sorry about that, Allgaier. I didn't think that was going to happen. Ooh, some other cars got in there. And this is when we made the pass on Chase Briscoe. See, look at that. We almost got dinged right there. But I wonder if it'll show that power move that Daniel Hemrick tried to do on us, because that was insane. And there's Brennan Brown blowing up. Too bad. Oh, gets hit by Austin Hill apparently. So yeah, it looks like it's not going to show, but then let's see. Chastain and Ryan Seek make contact? Okay, so that might have been... Well, that's nothing. But God, look at these cars are just jerking around and stuff. But we take home an impressive victory. And you can see right there the rest of the finishing order. Ray Black Jr. gets his first top 5 of the year. Jeremy Clements is up there. Josh Bilicki, CJ McLaughlin. Where did Josh Williams come in? 19th. And then you had these guys that fell backwards. And Noah Gragson screwed up his race, unfortunately, which is not cool. Meanwhile, in the point standings, we now have what looks like a 60-something point lead ahead of Brennan Jones, which is really, really cool. And Austin Cindric is still holding on. And now Anthony Alfredo is way down there. And now Noah Gragson is on the bubble of possibly not making it in. Of possibly not making it into the playoffs. But that was so cool. To win here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is very, very cool. And of course they have the old style victory lane right here, because the new style victory lane actually puts your car on a platform, so you can actually see it as you rise above the rest of the competition. So we got the fastest lap, which is awesome. We should also have gotten the most laps led, which was 21. Who got the most made up positions award? It's probably not us. CJ McLaughlin. And who got the tough break award? Was it Brennan Brown? Yeah, it was him. Well, tough break, unfortunately for him. Alright, so our next race is going to be at Kentucky, where we will be spending 2 races there. And I'll tell you one thing, we got a really good car for that event. So that's going to do it for us, and also I'll make sure to turn the stages back on so that we can get those stage points. So if you guys want to see more of this, make sure you hit that like button, don't forget to comment, and also subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care.